Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Huber, also known as Solo Travel Girl, and since June of 2022, I've been using Mounjaro to manage my type 2 diabetes. And if you've been following along, you know it's been an amazing journey. But if you're new here, I have lost over 60 pounds since being on Mounjaro. My cholesterol numbers look better, my blood pressure numbers look better, my non-alcoholic fatty liver disease has been reversed, and my A1C numbers look fantastic. So this medication has really been quite amazing. So before I get into this week's update, I just want to remind you about my disclaimer that I'm not a healthcare professional, and I'm just sharing my personal experience and opinion about using Mounjaro to manage my type 2 diabetes. Also, I have no relationship with the drug manufacturer or any other entity, meaning no one's paying me to make these videos. All right, well, I hope everyone had a great week. As you can see, you're back in my living room today. We're not at a goat farm or we're not out in the mountains. I had a great vacation, and you know the term, you need a vacation after your vacation? That's what I am feeling like. I am just so tired today. I left my home last Saturday and then I drove back this past Friday. I left Great Smoky Mountains National Park at 7:30 in the morning and I rolled in my driveway at 10:30 at night because I had to be back Saturday for a fundraising event that I'm part of. And I just kind of tried the veg out today, but had a lot of errands to catch up on and cut the grass this week. So yeah, I need a vacation from my vacation. But here we are anyway. So I just finished up week 49 on Mounjaro. Actually, I take that back. Yes, it's week 49, but I didn't finish it up yet. Just because I can't get my medication when I need it, I have started to extend it. Rather than taking an injection every 7 days, I'm taking it every 8 days, and that's what I'm doing for myself. I don't know if that will work for you. I'm not necessarily recommending that you do that, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm back on the 5 milligram dose. I'm back on the 5 milligrams for the third time. Initially when I was prescribed Mounjaro, I had the introductory box at 2.5 milligrams, and then after that I went up to 5 milligrams. I got all the way up to 10 milligrams and then had issues getting it from my pharmacy. So last month I was on 10 milligrams. The month before I was on 5 milligrams. The month before that I was on 10 milligrams. I placed my order for 10 milligrams for this current month, and I do have an update on that. It basically took 3 weeks to get. Just the way that my prescriptions work, I can't place the fill order until 2 weeks before rather than 3 weeks before. So when I submitted that 2 weeks before, it wasn't ready the day before I went on vacation, and I needed it for technically that Monday, which really I moved my injection again to Thursday. So anyway, I picked up 1 box of 5 milligrams. They wouldn't give me 2 boxes to equal 10 milligrams as to what I'm prescribed. So that's what I took with me on vacation. And I was basically camping the whole time. And one night in a hotel. So I did have my medication in a hotel for one night. Otherwise, I put it in a baggie and it was in my cooler on top of things so it didn't freeze. So anyway, I know I'm digressing. But yeah, so back on the 5 milligrams, and I didn't have any weight loss or weight gain this past week, so I'm still at 133 pounds, making total weight loss over 60 pounds since June of 2022. What else? Exercise. I did a lot of hiking and walking this past week. Everything I did was dog friendly, so I had my dog with me. I did upload a video about Benton Falls that we did in Tennessee in Cherokee National Forest. That was a really pretty hike. Also, just all sorts of other hikes. I ended the trip, as I mentioned, in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. There's not as many dog-friendly trails in that park, but I did find a couple that were dog-friendly. And just everywhere else we went was dog-friendly, including Dollywood. I went to Dollywood in Radcliffe, stayed in Doggywood, which is their kennels. I may possibly post a video about that. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of walking, a lot of walking. Nutrition, well, I was on vacation and I did try to be healthy. I mentioned last week how I did pack some ribs with me, how I packed my air fryer with me. And I did use my air fryer a couple times during the week, especially when I went to the glamping camp spot. After I left the goat farm in Tallahassee, I went up to this place called Mecca Camp Resort in Tilico Plains, Tennessee. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And it was fabulous. It was this glamping tent. It was a tent and it had a bed with the linens on it, and it had electricity in there, and there was air conditioning if I wanted it, which obviously I didn't because like it was in the 50s at night, which felt so good. But the bed was heated and that felt really nice. However, I arrived after 5 o'clock after the office had closed, and I had ordered firewood in advance, but there wasn't firewood at my campsite, and there was no one to contact to get firewood. So rather than cooking my steak over an open flame, I ended up just putting it into the air fryer. I also put made a foil packet of veggies. Basically, I had broccoli, peppers, onion. I think there was squash, zucchini. I put it into a foil packet with a little bit of olive oil and seasoning, and I threw that in the air fryer as well. And it was good. It was tasty. Not as good as if I put it into a campfire open flame, but it was good. And then also, I am going to post a short video on this, but I found Hershey makes zero sugar chocolate, and then I had sugar-free marshmallows, and then some honey-made graham crackers. So I had almost sugar-free, or I guess I should say low sugar s'mores. If I did the math right, they only had like 4 grams of sugar in them. So that's pretty cool. That was delicious. So that was my nutritional update. Oh, when I went to Dollywood, I ate things that probably shouldn't have eaten, and really no one probably should be eating, but everything is okay in moderation. But everyone who I told I was going to Dollywood told me I need to try the cinnamon bread. I tried the cinnamon bread, and oh my gosh, it was delicious. It's like this, basically like a cinnamon roll in a bread pan, and you just rip out the chunks, and you can put icing on top of it or their apple butter dipping sauce. It's magical, really magical. But again, everything is okay in moderation, and being a diabetic, for me, I can't sit and eat a whole loaf. No one should. Just that I don't know if any of you feel like you're hungover after you eat a lot of sugar. I do. I just have like this really off feeling, so I don't like to overload on sugar so much. If I eat something that has high sugar in it, I know someone commented on my Patsky video, asking if I was diabetic, and I think I'm making the assumption is, well, if you're diabetic, why are you eating these things? Well, yeah, these donuts, these Patskis, are about this big, but I only had 1 or 2 bites of each of them, and really threw away the rest. They just went to waste, but I just had that urge to taste them. So again, everything is okay in moderation. So that's this week's update. No weight loss or gain. Did some exercise, nutrition. Now, I'm looking to the future of Mounjaro. So what's going to happen? My year is up. Basically, I have 1 more month on the coupon, but not really, because I was able to pick up my 10 milligram dose of Mounjaro that I really should be using this week, but I'm not, because I had to get the 5 milligram dose, and I don't want to waste what I have, and I'm not sure when I'm going to get the 10 milligram dose again. But basically, my coupon, I've used up all my 12 boxes. My year on the coupon that expires in June, that's done. And I did pay $45 and change for my box of Mounjaro today, just like I paid for the last box. All right, so this is Radcliffe. If you haven't met him before, you want to come in and join a little bit on the action, kind of, sort of. So he's just going to sit right next to me. All right, he's waiting for us to go for our walk. It's raining right now here in Southwest Florida, so we're going to postpone that walk. But anyway, as I was saying, my coupon is up. So up until this past week, there's no more discounts for me for Mounjaro beyond July, right? Yeah, July will, I don't know, whenever I pick up the next box. Basically my prescription is pre-authorized through August, so I don't know if my insurance company is going to okay me using it beyond August. I'm going to be paying just under $300 a month with my insurance coverage, or if the pharmacy can have it in stock, I'll be paying less than $600 for 3 boxes of Mounjaro. But I'm sure many of you know, I'm probably the last to know about the recent coupon that Eli Lilly released for Mounjaro, and I'm just going to pull up on my computer here just so I can read the details. Basically, it is offering the $25, pay as little as $25 for a 1 month or a 3-month prescription of Mounjaro, and this is valid till the end of December 31st. However, they have different stipulations there. Card eligibility: you have been prescribed Mounjaro consistent with FDA approval product labeling. That means for type 2 diabetes right now. You are enrolled in a commercial drug insurance plan. You are not enrolled in any state, federal, or government-funded health care program, including without limitations Medicaid, Medicare, Medicare Part D, Medicare Advantage, Medigap, DOD, VA, TRICARE, CHAMPUS, or any state prescription drug assistance program. You are a resident of the United States or Puerto Rico. You are 18 years of age or older. The card terms and conditions. So they have the terms for patients with commercial drug insurance coverage for Mounjaro. So that might be me, that might not be me. And this is where it says pay as little as, that's right, Radcliffe, pay as little as $25 a month for 1 month, 2 month, or 3 month prescription fill. And then it's basically card savings subject to a maximum monthly savings of up to $150 per 1 month prescription, $300 per 2 month, and $450 per 3 month prescription fill. Annual savings up to $1,800 per calendar year. Now, what mostly likely I will fall under is for patients with commercial drug insurance who do not have coverage for Mounjaro. You must have a commercial drug insurance that does not cover Mounjaro and a prescription consistent with the FDA-approved product labeling to obtain savings up to $575 off your 1 month prescription fill of Mounjaro. Card savings are subjected to a maximum monthly savings of up to $575 and a separate maximum annual savings of up to $3,450 per calendar year. Subject to Lilly's right to terminate, rescind, revoke, or amend card eligibility criteria. This card expires and savings ends on December 31st, 2023. So there you have it. And if you go to the bottom of this description of the video, I do have a link to Eli Lilly, the drug manufacturer, where it's pretty easy to find this coupon where you can either download it, you can email it to yourself, and then take that to the pharmacy with you. So I've already printed mine out and just so I have it when I go pick up my next prescription, which I guess will be July. My mind is fuzzy right now. I can't do math because I have 3 more pens to get me through June, and then I have a box for July. So I guess it'll be like end of July, early August that I will be picking up my next box of Mounjaro. So I'll see how this works. I'll see what my insurance company says, and maybe I won't know until September, but we shall see. So anyway, I hope you are having great success using Mounjaro. I know I've mentioned his channel before, but make sure you go check out Dave at Man on the Mounjaro on the pen. I know a lot of you a lot of my subscribers do subscribe to him, and seems like he has fantastic information every day, useful information. So it's nice that those other resources are out there in addition to the Eli Lilly website. But again, I hope you're having great success. I do appreciate you. I want you to know that. I do appreciate the time that you spend watching these videos. So, I hope you have an awesome week. Be kind to others, and of course, be kind to yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and make it a great day. Bye.